Anyway, I haven't sold thousands of books. I haven't won hundreds of contests. I haven't sold hundreds of poems. I'm not a poet laureate. I'm not the president of any poetry society. I haven't been on Oprah or Jerry Springer. If I had to support myself on what I've made with writing, I couldn't afford to live under a bridge. But I am mediocrely successful. Cindy and Laura asked me to speak because I did win a couple of first prizes in the 2008 Poetry Society of Texas annual contest. And I did win 3 second places and 14 other assorted places. But they wouldn't have even known about that except for Dee Stewart telling them that I had won. And so I've tried to blame Dee for me being up here, but she says it's my own fault for having won. So now I'm going to blame Marilyn Stacy for being up here because it's her fault I joined the Poetry Society of Texas. Am I echoing? And it's true. The Richardson Library held a poetry contest in 2007, and I came in 8th out of 8 places. But
wait, there were a lot of entries.
Well, yeah, but 8 out of 8, and I mean it's better to be dead last than to not place at all. So I'm happy with that. And Marilyn was the speaker at the awards ceremony at that contest, and I was surprised to hear her read poems that I could actually understand, because I thought the PST was filled with poets who wrote obscure, esoteric, incomprehensible poems, but it's not. So like I say, it's Marilyn's fault I'm here. And it has to be Marilyn's fault because I told Cindy when she asked me to speak that I had no clue why I won first place in the contest. I told her I had no clue how poems got chosen for first place or for publication. Oh, and by the way, I have a poem now published in the Writer's Journal May-June issue called Goose Feathers. It's available at Barnes & Noble if you don't subscribe. That's my wave. And I told her I had no clue about most things to do with writing. That's the name of my program, I have no clue. But she said I could talk about that, but I had no clue. So let this be a lesson to you. No matter how shy you are, or how much stage fright you have, or how ignorant you are about what you're doing, at some point you may have to speak in front of an audience if you're even semi-successful at what you have done. My first time in front of an audience was at the Richardson Library contest, and I wasn't even going to attend, but I knew that I would always wonder what it would have been like, and plus I thought, well, this would be good practice for me when I become rich and famous and successful and all that, which I haven't yet, but, you know, I convinced myself it would be a good experience for me. So, it turned out to be a good experience because I also wound up having to read my 2 first place poems at the PST banquet last November. And why did I win first place with those 2? I don't have a clue. The one poem, Mama's Face, had been rejected by a couple of magazines. I had put it in some other contests, and it may be placed if it placed, you know, if it did anything at all. I had put it in a different category in the 2007 PSD contest, and it just placed. But in 2008, in a different category, it won first prize. I don't know why. The second poem, called Second Star to the Right, was kind of a last-minute throw-together of assorted bits and pieces of some things I've been working on. I call that the Zen of poetry writing. I just kind of put it together. And for whatever reason, the judge of that contest chose mine over 69 other entries. Why? Again, I have no clue. The poems I entered that I thought would win didn't even place. So you just never know. In other words, if you're going to, don't second guess yourself. Don't think, well, what does this judge want? What does this editor want? Just do what you do, get it sent out, let them make the decisions. That's all you can do. And it's not just the whims of the judges or the editors. There's a highlights for children editor that I had sent 2 of my stories to, and she rejected both of them. One because she thought the plot was too light, and one because she said she didn't like the cat character, which makes me think she was a dog person. But